Well, guys, we need to talk about more Democrat corruption. I don't know what it is, man, but Democrats seem to be extremely corrupt. Fani Willis out there in Georgia, pretty much having kickbacks on all of the money she actually was spending on Trump. She actually hired a man that has been alleged to have been her lover. She paid him over $654,000, and he was actually taking her on lavish vacations. Clearly a conflict of interest, and she's getting money back from him because she paid him. Amazing. Now, Joe Biden also as well completely corrupt too. His son, even the DOJ now has acknowledged that the Hunter Biden laptop story is real. Now we got to talk about Cori Bush. Cori Bush out of St. Louis, one of the most radical Democrats out there in the House. She may be in some huge trouble, guys. And I do mean huge trouble. Because Cori Bush, remember, she wanted to defund the police. She wanted to make you less safe. While when it comes to her, she was actually spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on private security. Yeah, your taxpayer dollars, by the way. She wanted herself to be safe, but not you. And she has said that, guys, because when she was actually confronted about the defunding the police thing and talking about her own private security, she started saying, "You want me dead? Do you want me dead?" But she wants you dead. That's the thing. Because all these cities, man, that defunded their police departments, crime got worse. Look what's going on in San Francisco. They defunded their police, and also they refused to prosecute crime. Therefore, a bunch of companies are actually leaving San Francisco. See, guys, when you're a Democrat, a woke Democrat, things actually get worse for the voters when you actually vote for Democrats. But Cori Bush, man, definitely seems like she was actually getting kickbacks because the guy she hired, she married. Yeah, this seems like a full-blown Fani Willis situation here. Boy, let's go ahead and talk about this, guys. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member. Memberships just start at $5 per month. Member live stream every single Friday. And if you're watching on Rumble, make sure you guys click that join button as well to get access to the same thing. So here we go. Look here on NBC News. Justice Department investigating Rep. Cori Bush's campaign use of security funds. And I believe she has spent something like, what is it? $750,000 on security. And she's only been in office, I believe, since 2020. She ain't been in office that long. I remember I put up a video, I believe last year, she had spent something like $70,000 like in the first quarter of last year. Yeah. Something is suspect here, guys. Something is suspect, especially considering, she had a relationship with the guy that she ended up paying. I believe he got something like several $100,000. Yeah, something's fishy here. But let's go ahead and watch this NBC News clip right here. Let's play it.
We're following some breaking news from Capitol Hill. Missouri Democratic Congresswoman Cori Bush has just confirmed that she is being investigated by the Justice Department for misusing campaign funds and spending them on security services. The Congresswoman says she is fully cooperating. NBC News Justice and Intelligence correspondent Ken Delanian is tracking this for us. Ken, what else do we know about this Department of Justice investigation, and what is the Congresswoman saying?
Well, Kate, we know that at least 2 FEC complaints were filed against Representative Bush last year, questioning payments her campaign made for security to a man she later married. One complaint said that those payments could be considered an illegal conversion of campaign funds for personal use. And it appears that the Justice Department may be looking into that question. In a statement, Representative Bush said that since before she was sworn into office, she'd been the subject of threats. And she added that as a rank and file member of Congress, I'm not entitled to personal protection by the House and instead have used campaign funds as permissible to retain security services. She acknowledged that she retained the man who became her husband as part of her security team, quote, because he has extensive experience in this area and is able to provide the necessary services at or below a fair market rate. She said she followed all applicable rules. Now, an NBC News review of Bush campaign expenditures found that she has spent $756,000 on security since her first run for Congress in the 2018 cycle, Kate.
And Ken, are we hearing anything from congressional leaders or other members of Congress about this investigation?
Congressional leaders have been conspicuously lacking in comment. They've all been asked and they've all declined. The Justice Department has declined to comment, as is its policy on any pending investigation, Kate.
All right, Ken Delaney and
So you heard that right there, guys. You heard that right there. This is not good for Cori Bush, who wanted to defund the police, and now she's in trouble for allegedly misusing campaign funds to actually enrich herself. I mean, it could be more, than just the security thing. But when I actually see her marrying a guy, in a relationship with a guy that she hired for her own personal security, I must question that. The same as on Fannie Willis. And it's possible, man, that if these allegations are true, Congress could actually kick her out. I'm dead serious. Now, I'm not anticipating Republicans doing anything about this. I mean, you got Bob Menendez in the Senate. Nothing's happening to him, and he's actually pretty much been busted. He's been investigated. I believe he's actually been indicted, if I'm not mistaken. He's still in the Senate. George Santos, all he had was allegations, and Republicans wasted no time. Get them out. Off of allegations. Now, there's allegations against Cori Bush. Are the Republicans actually going to do anything to try and kick her out? I highly doubt it. I do believe that Cori Bush is a corrupt individual. I really do. But, of course, Cori Bush, this is her response. Check this out on Fox News here. Cori Bush blames right-wing watchdog groups for DOJ probe. Yeah, of course, blaming the right. This is astonishing right here, man. Astonishing. It says here, Rep. Cori Bush is placing blame on right-wing watchdogs after it was revealed Tuesday that the Justice Department has opened an investigation into her alleged misuse of government funds intended to pay for her security. The probe relates to allegations of federal security money being spent improperly. Bush notably has spent more than $500,000 on her own private security while publicly advocating for the defund the police movement. And NBC said it was $750,000. Wow. Bush, a Democrat from St. Louis, Missouri, confirmed DOJ's review of her campaign spending on security services and said her office is fully cooperating with the investigation. Quote, since before I was sworn into office, I have endured relentless threats to my physical safety and life. As a rank and file member of Congress, I'm not entitled to personal protection by the House, and instead have used campaign funds as permissible to retain security services, Bush said in a statement Tuesday. Quote, I have not used any federal tax dollars for personal security services, she said. Bush's husband and former security guard, Courtney Merritt's, whom she married in February 2023, has pocketed more than $100,000 in payments since Bush added him to her campaign's payroll in January 2022 for what they marked as security payments before switching their description to wage expenses in April. Bush said that in recent months, right-wing organizations have lodged baseless complaints against me, peddling notions that I have misused campaign funds to pay for personal security services. Those allegations, she says, are simply not true, and she has complied with all applicable laws and House rules, and will continue to prioritize the rules that govern us as federal elected officials. Man. She goes on, she says, these frivolous complaints have resulted in a number of investigations, some of which are still ongoing. The FEC and House Committee on Ethics are reviewing this matter, as is the Department of Justice. We are fully cooperating in all of these pending investigations. In March 2023, Bush was hit with 2 FEC complaints over security payments she made to her new husband. Man, this is astonishing right here. Astonishing. One complaint comes from the Committee to Defeat the President, an anti-Biden super PAC, which alleges Bush has flouted federal campaign finance laws by paying Merritt $60,000 for security in 2022. Merritt does not have a license to perform security functions in the Congresswoman's district. Think about that. This man doesn't have a license, and she paid him $60,000. Bush's campaign also paid $225,281 to the St. Louis-based Peace security firm for personal protection throughout 2022. Bush and Merritt have been together since before she entered Congress in 2021. A press release from her office said, wow. The Watchdog Group Foundation for Accountability and Civic Trust also filed a complaint asking the FEC to investigate whether Bush, quote, used campaign funds for personal use, citing the $60,000 in 2022 for security services provided by Merritt. Yeah. So there you have it, guys. You can't make this up, man. You can't make this up. It's going to be interesting to see what happens to Cori Bush. I mean, Fani Willis is already in trouble. We actually have to see what happens with her. But boy, this Cori Bush thing, we're going to be watching this here pretty closely here. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.